Hello, my name is Asta and welcome to this tutorial on what's new with ChatGPT Canvas. If you didn't know, ChatGPT came out with a new model called Canvas, and this is a new interface that's designed for writing and coding projects that will need editing and revisions. So three main things that are new to focus on is that one, visual editing and project control. The Canvas interface allows ChatGPT to be split up into two screens where you can directly work on your writing or your code and edit it alongside each other. Then expanding upon that, for the writing and coding editing, you can ask for suggested edits, such as adjusting the length of your writing, changing the reading level from kindergarten to adults, and you can even add emojis where you see fit. For coding, it'll include reviewing the code, adding comments to your code, fixing bugs, and even converting it to a different language. Yeah, and overall, it just makes it very easy to do all these edits and ensure that you put out the best work you can. Now, the best way to actually see what is new is to test it out ourselves. So here I have a file called functions.html where I created a few functions such as checking prime number, sum of arrays, and being able to reverse a string. Okay, so when I run my file right now, let's see what values we get. Enter a number and check if it's prime. Let's do 9. 9 is a prime number. That is false. Sum of an array. Enter numbers separated by commas. I'm just going to enter what the example I gave was. It should equal to 15, but it's saying that there is an error. And then reverse a string. Let's reverse the string hello. And it says hello is undefined. Now let's actually use the canvas feature. On ChatGPT, I went over to select the model, ChatGPT 4.0 with Canvas, and keep in mind that this model is available for only the paid accounts. So if you have Pro, Enterprise, education account, etc., only then can you use it. It's not available for the free account. Okay, so I wrote that I'm running into some errors when running my code. Can you help me review it? And right away, it's telling us that they found several issues in JavaScript code that could be causing errors. And it tells us too. So bug one, incorrect condition loop. And it shows how it says a condition is correct, but the logic in the loop body is flawed. And then bug two, it should result false instead of true when a divisor is found. For the sum of the array, we also had an incorrect loop condition, and the loop should iterate with I is less than numbers dot length. Our reverse a string function, we had the bug that we had another incorrect loop condition, and it shows us what we have to change that to. And then it gives us the full corrected code. Oh, okay. And then I also want to ask it to add more comments on my code. So I asked, can you add more comments on my code so it's easy to follow along? Okay, so when I asked this, it actually said that I failed to edit, and this is a common issue that some people have been facing. Since this is a very new model that came out with, I think it might take some time for it to improve, but that's something to keep in mind as well. There can be some setbacks or questions that aren't answered or fail to load when you ask them. But we did get our corrected script, so now I'm going to copy this and let's see if it fixed the issues we were having. I updated the new script onto my file. Alright, let's see if this code is accurate now, and let's try it again. Enter a number and check if it's prime. Let's keep the same examples that we did. 9 is not a prime number. Now this is correct. And then let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, it gives us a sum of 15. And enter a string to reverse. And yeah, hello does reverse and becomes Ole. Okay, now I'm gonna ask if we can convert the JavaScript functions into Python. So they answer this very quickly, and here you can see how the screen can split. Yeah, and here you can go line by line and edit as you need right onto ChatGPT. And here I can copy my code and also test this out to see if it works. Okay, so I ran my Python file and let's see if this is also accurate. 9 is not a prime number. Enter number separated by commas. It also gives us 15 and reverse string. And yeah, it reverses our string. So as you can see, they converted it very quickly and accurately. All right, so now let's use Canvas for editing text documents or blog posts or whatever you may have. Or I was writing a little snippet on the impact of AI on education. For this, you can upload a Word document or you can just copy paste like I did because I have only written a little bit so far. My blog post. Here it is. So as you can see, it opened up side by side again. Okay, so taking a look, I can open it. The benefit of opening it side by side is you can see what changes the AI made for us. So as I can see overall, it's changed the wording to make it flow a bit better. So for example, in my original article, I wrote, in recent years, the rise of artificial intelligence has transformed many industries and education is no exception. While that is a fine sentence, the way that they reworded it is that AI is transforming education, reshaping how students learn and educators teach. And I think that's a bit better because it right away we know what this article is going to be about and it's hooking us in that way. So yeah, overall that's what they did to edit, but we can also ask it to change the reading level. So I'm asking it if it could change it to a reading level that a third grader would be able to grasp. So overall, it has a lot more simple words. And as we can see from the first paragraph, it starts off just artificial intelligence is changing how students learn and how teachers teach. That is definitely way different than what we had originally and what they gave us. And if you were a younger student, this is something that you could easily grasp and learn when you're reading in class. We're going to try a little more of the features and ask it to adjust the length. Can you make this article longer? So right now it is keeping the same third grade reading level, but you can see that it added many more paragraphs. And similar to the coding, you can edit onto here and you can ask it to explain this paragraph. And over here, it will explain it for us. It'll explain that this paragraph, what it summarizes and what it highlights, impacts, and all of that. And lastly, I'm going to test out the emojis that it can add. Yeah, so now it's editing it and adding the emojis too. Please edit this paragraph. And I really like this feature of being able to edit onto the actual interface that you're using and have it side by side comparison. So yeah, these are the changes that is on ChatGPT's Canvas. I think this is going to be a very fun tool and very useful, not only to edit your work, but also to learn, especially for the coding. When we went through the debugging, it showed us exactly what function was wrong, why it was wrong, and what the fix would be. And I think overall, this will definitely save a lot of time for those quick edits that you need or just to get a second opinion on your work. However, we even saw that it did fail to load at some points or not answer the question. I think there will be a lot more improvements to come. This still is the beta feature, so they're going to constantly be improving it. So do keep in mind that this may not be perfect every time you use it, or you may run into errors. So try not to depend on this for your only editing. But yeah, that is all. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you use Canvas. Let us know what you end up making or using it for. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thank you.